Hello Internet, this week's episode is very special because we're going to take another break from talking about religion and talk about the government of these here United States of America. Why? Because this affects everyone, and everyone should care. Our government isn't as good as it once was, and that upsets me. So today, I'm bitching. Oh, I'm bitching. Welcome everyone. My name is Ben Irwin, and the name of this week's episode is Close Enough for Government Work. I'll tell you what, the state of our government and our country has got me so pissed off that I could just spit. You see, the saying close enough for government work used to mean something. It dates back to the 1940s during World War II, when our military equipment and personnel had to pass such strict standards in order to be put into service. In 2013, this sentiment has become something that we say sarcastically. Like when you build something but use shoddy workmanship, it's close enough for government work. Or kind of like what a $5 hooker might say. Close enough for government work, Poppy. In the past month or so, we've had 4 cases of not only government incompetency, but outright hubris. It doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or a Republican, everyone should be appalled at the fact that our tax money is going to fund this level of douchery. Made that word up. To be fair though, it's not entirely their fault. We the people let it happen. We voted, or in many other cases didn't vote, therefore we enable this type of activity. So which stories am I talking about? First, there's the Benghazi thing. Whether you believe it's a scandal or not, that's up to you to decide. It kind of depends on which news outlet that you look at. Which, side note, shame on the news organizations for not doing their research when it came to the initial reporting. That's one thing to be mad about, but not what I'm most pissed about. You may have also heard that there's another ongoing scandal which involves the IRS treating conservative groups such as the Tea Party unfairly, especially when it comes to their tax-exempt status. Truth be told, I'm more of a libertarian, and I can't say I favor the Republican or the Democrats more than the other. I think they're both pretty pathetic, but nonetheless it just makes me mad as hell. Once this story became public, it didn't take long before the heads of some key players in the IRS to roll. Then of course we have the Department of Justice snooping of Associated Press communications. I mean, where does it end? Finally, this has been something that's been in the news for a few months, and that is the backlogging of benefits for our military personnel. Our troops have been waiting years on end for the benefits promised to them by the government. What? You mean it's going to take them years to get their benefits? You gotta be fisting me. Now, of course, none of this is new news. It's 4 stories that have crescendoed into this heaping mound of government douchery. But if these people worked for a corporation or a small business, they would be canned. So shame on us Americans for not holding them to a higher standard. We already know that Congress can't get anything done, what with all the bickering. But one thing is for sure, that this bickering is affecting the country. Politicians do want to get stuff done, but it seems to be coming at the price of our freedom. In fact, the Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank, has ranked America as country number 10 on its list of the world's freest countries. They rank the world's countries according to economic freedom, freedom from corruption, business freedom, etc. And we've been falling on the list for the last couple of years. Even Canada ranks higher than we do. Canada. Love those guys. Moral of this story is that there are 9 other countries that we can learn from. So who's doing something about it? Well, there is a growing vote the bums out mentality in our country. But since this is a show about non-religion, I suppose it's a good episode to mention the National Atheist Party. The National Atheist Party is a political organization, of which I'm a member, and what we do is secularize our government in a way our founding fathers had envisioned. Or resecularize, I should say. I'm just inventing words left and right here. What we do is we seek to promote reason and intelligent debate in politics, but not position ourselves as anti-religion. Respect is at the crux of the National Atheist Party. You see, being a bunch of atheists, the one thing that we can agree on is that there is no God. After that, our opinions vary dramatically. You know, it's kind of like herding cats, really. Despite this, it is a worthwhile cause that makes sure us, the fastest growing religious segment, is heard. So if our country is going to go to hell, then maybe we can be the ones to fix it. So check them out. Here's their website, and until next week, thank you so much for watching. I'll see ya.